All right, so today we're going to talk about exponents. So when we're talking about PEMDAS, exponents is the E. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the E in PEMDAS, okay? And that stands for exponent. And an exponent is a small number that is in the top right-hand corner of another number, okay? So when you see an exponent, exponents show repeated multiplication, and that's going to make more sense as we start to solve them. So repeated multiplication, okay? All right, an exponent represents how many times a number, so the number is called the base, is multiplied by itself, okay? So we're going to do an example. So let's start with 5. 5 will be my base number. Okay, 5 is my base. And I'm going to say 5 to the power of 3, or 5 to the third. Okay, so that 3 is my exponent. So this is what we call an exponent. When we have our base number and then we have a smaller number to the right-hand corner, that is called an exponent. So the base is going to be multiplied 3 times. Okay, so we're going to show what that looks like. So we have our base number, okay, 5, and it says we're going to write it 3 times. So 5, 5, and 5. So my exponent tells me how many times to write my base. So 5, 5, 5, and then again it is being multiplied. So I'm going to put my dot. You could also use the X, okay, because remember we learned the dot means to multiply, okay? This version is called expanded form, okay? Expanded form. This over here obviously is called exponent form. Okay, our number has an exponent, it's exponent form. This is called expanded form, where we take our base number and we do 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so the 3 told me to write it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Okay, and then if we actually solve it, where we actually multiply it out, 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 is 125. And this is called standard form, which is just the answer. Okay, standard form. So we have exponent form, where our number is written with an exponent. We have expanded form, where we take our number, our base, and we write it the number of times for the exponent. And then our standard form is just our answer. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Okay? So we're going to do one more example. And this time we're going to write it all in our boxes. Okay? So this time let's do 2 to the power of 4, or 2 to the 4th power. Okay, so our base number is 2, and our exponent says we're going to write that 2 4 times. So word form would be 2 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4. Okay, or 2 to the 4th power. Okay, exponents are also called powers. Okay, all right, and then we learned expanded notation. Remember, expanded form is where we write it out. So we have 2 is our base number, and it looks like we're going to write that 4 times. So I'm going to do 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, we are multiplying it. So you can put the X's, you can put the dots. It's totally your choice. Okay, all of it means multiplication. And then of course, standard form is just the answer So we're gonna actually multiply it out. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Okay. All right, and then some things to remember. Any number raised to the first power or to the power of 1 will be itself. So we're gonna do an example. An example of this would be 10 to the power of 1. Okay, and that literally means write 10 one time. So that would be 10. So a number raised to the first power or to the power of 1 is actually going to be 10. Okay, that number. All right, and then any number raised to the 0 power, okay, to the 0 power is going to be 1. So in this case, our example, let's say we had 10 as our base, and we had a exponent of 0, remember, to the 0 power, is going to be 1. So any number to the 0 power is 1. So if I had 27 to the 0 power, it's still going to be 1. And again, same thing up here. If it's to the first power, it will just be that number. Okay, so those are our examples. All right, and now you know how to solve exponents.